Start. At the time of independence, India was far behind the developed countries in terms of scientific and technological research and development, particularly in the field of space research. We had neither the infrastructure nor the required skills and expertise as far as space research is concerned, and hence India had to depend on other developed countries of the world in this regard. However, after independence, the country has made great efforts to minimize its dependence on other countries and to become technologically independent. Consequently, it has developed an infrastructure and capability largely commensurating national needs. Now, India is proud to have a reservoir of expertise well acquainted with the most modern advances in basic and applied space research. India has made great strides in the sphere of space and technology and has applied it successfully for its rapid development and for the development of society as well. Space research in India gained momentum with the formation of the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO in 1969. Space research activities were provided additional fillip with the setting up of the Space Commission and the Department of Space by the Government of India in 1972. The ISRO was brought under the Department of Space the same year. During 1970s, India carried on experimental satellite programs, namely Aryabhatta, Bhaskara, Rohini and Apple. The success of those programs led to the era of operationalization in 1980s, during which operational satellite programs like INSAT and IRS came into being. The INSAT system occupies a prominent place in India's space program. It serves many important sectors of Indian economy. Its role is of paramount importance in the telecommunication sectors, wherein INSAT is providing mobile satellite services besides VSATs, meaning very small appertine terminals services. Today, more than 40,000 VSATs are in operation. The INSAT system is one of the largest domestic communication satellite systems in the Asia-Pacific region. Initiated in the 1980s, it revolutionized India's communication sector. IRS is the world's largest constellation of civilian remote sensing satellites providing imagery at the national and global level. The INSAT system is a multi-purpose satellite system offering services to telecommunications, television broadcasting, weather forecasting, disaster warning, and search and rescue missions. Wide expansion of television network in the country through INSAT system has enabled 900 million people to access television through about 1,400 terrestrial broadcast transmitters. A telemedicine network intended to provide super specialty medical services to the remote rural areas is a reality just because of the INSAT. In fact, the network provides medical services to a vast section of population covering rural and urban areas. EduSat, India's first thematic satellite exclusively dedicated to educational services, is one of the greatest services rendered by the INSAT. The meteorological services offered by the INSAT immensely help in disaster management. About 350 receivers have been set up along the east and west coast of India, which provide information regarding weather conditions. The services of the IRS are equally important. The pictures of high-resolution, state-of-the-art camera of the IRS are used in a variety of ways for the development of society. These images are used for ground and surface water harvesting, monitoring of reservoirs, and irrigation command areas to optimize water use. Other allied uses of the program include forest survey and management and wasteland identification and recovery. The imagery taken by the satellite is also used for finding mineral prospects and forecasting of potential fishing zones. Besides, the data provided by the IRS are used in urban planning, flood-prone area identification, which in turn helps in planning mitigation measures. India today has a robust launch vehicle program with the help of which it can launch spacecraft indigenously. The program is mature enough to offer launch services to the outside world. Antrix, the commercial arm of the Space Department, is concerned with India's space services globally. The company is also supplying various IRS-specific hardware and software items. The company has successfully executed several export orders received from major spacecraft and satellite manufacturers for spacecrafts and satellite systems, assemblies and components. The successful launch of geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle during the year 2004-5 is the most significant milestone in the history of Indian space program. The first operational flight of GSLV successfully placed the 1950 kg EDLISat into a predetermined geosynchronous transfer orbit, which is really a feather in India's cap. Undoubtedly, this achievement unequivocally speaks of India's mounting progress in the field of space research. India, marching ahead in the field of space research, has approved Chandrayaan-1, India's first scientific mission to the moon. The mission Chandrayaan-1 envisages orbiting a spacecraft around the moon at a height of 100 km from the lunar surface for mineralogical and photogeologic mapping of the moon. The Mars Orbiter mission, also called Mangalyaan, is a space probe orbiting Mars since 24 September 2014. It is India's first interplanetary mission, and ISRO has become the fourth space agency to reach Mars after the Soviet space program, NASA, and the European Space Agency. It is the first Asian nation to reach Mars orbit and the first nation in the world to do so in its first attempt. The mission is a technology demonstrator project to develop the technologies for designing, planning, management, and operations of an interplanetary mission. ISRO has a leading role in the field of space research. It has an active program to interact with academic and research institutions all over the country. Furthermore, it has international ties with numerous countries and space agencies. ISRO has launched scientific payloads of other space agencies. It has cooperative agreement with NASA and other such agencies for the reception of meteorological data from INS-AT spacecraft. Antrix, the commercial wing of the space development, is playing a major role in the worldwide availability of data through Space Imaging USA. It also provides IRS data processing equipment and offers launch services with the help of PSLV, through which telemetry, tracking and command support from the Indian ground stations are provided. Besides, transponders from INSAT system can be leased for various purposes. Antrix boasts of some of the world's leading spacecraft manufacturers as its customers.